So right now we are seeing the Tableau Professional here. So Tableau Professional allows us to connect the files as well as servers. Here we got 40 plus various servers that we can connect using Tableau Professional. Among them you can see here MySQL and PostgreSQL and Salesforce, SAP HANA, so IBM Netija, IBM DB2. So we got too many data sources here. Guys, here in this class I will teach you parallelly simultaneously both on 8.0 and 9.0. So got it. So this is 8.0 and this is 9.0. So, and the difference between this is a professional allow you to connect files as well as the servers, and the personal which allow you to connect only the files, Excel sheet and Access, that's it. So you can't connect to any server. That's the reason the price is just $999. And every year if you want to upgrade your system you have to pay 20% for AMC, annual maintenance cost of your license. Got it? So all the licenses of Tableau, perpetual licenses, mean lifetime. You have to pay once, you can use for lifetime. That's how it works. So coming to the Tableau server. Tableau server also can be classified into two: user base and server base. So user base means it costs you $10,000. First time you have to pay $10,000. For $10,000 you will get 10 interactors licenses plus one desktop license. Got it. And desktop helps you to connect the various data sources, extract the data, and then we can publish onto the server. So server helps us to manage the data content that you publish on the server. So we'll discuss in detail about the server. So this is how it costs $10,000. Say example, this is for very small organizations. Say example, let us assume I'm running a company, I have 10 Tableau developers. So I can go with Tableau server. And tomorrow's day, if I have one guy to be added, so I need to pay again $999 to buy one license. Got it? It's how it works. Then coming to the Tableau server server base, we call it core base. Only experienced people knows it because everyone first buy this thing. They never go for core base because core base costs you $250,000, around 1.5 crore between. So you will get 8-core processor at the beginning. So unlimited users. You can have a n number of Tableau developers who works on this server, and say it can support, there is a limit, it can support, say example, 100 people. It's just 8-core, right? It's not 24-core, it's not 32-core. So 8-core can support maximum 100 people. If you get 10 more people to be joined, so you need not to pay again $250,000. It's available at very first time. At very first time you have to buy $250,000 8-core processor. There is no bargain negotiations over here. So once you buy 8-core, you can just add, you have a 2-core and 4-core processors as well. 2-core cost you $45,000 and 4-core cost you $75,000. And Tableau server works on distributed environment system. If you you might heard about Hadoop, right? Why Hadoop got that popular? Not only it's a kind of, it can deal big data. Big data is nothing but huge unstructured data. Because it got a provision, a technology we call it HDFS, Hadoop Distributed File System. So say example, if you want to execute 100 GB data, if you want to process 100 GB data, that requires a 32 core processor and 120 GB RAM, etc., etc. So you need not upgrade your hardware for processing 100 GB. It's very dynamic, right? Sometimes you need to process 20 GB data, sometimes you need to process 100 GB, sometimes 1 petabytes information you need to process. So every time when the data is increasing, you need not to keep change the hardware. So Tableau got a provision wherein you can add 10 systems. So you have 10 different systems. You can get together 10 systems at one place, and we can make a cluster, and we can process 100 GB data using all the processors there in the 10 systems. And these 10 systems can be called a cluster. In each cluster can have a one gateway. That gateway helps to monitor all these 10 systems. So this is called distributed environment system. Tableau works on the distributed environment system. So Tableau can have a primary system and worker. Primary system where we will install the 8 code, and we can add as many as workers. Depends upon your button. Got it, your work. So we will discuss in detail about installation and server concepts and etc in the classes. And the third product that we have is Tableau Digital. It's a combination of Tableau Desktop and Tableau Server. It comes at $500 per year, and you will get 100 GB space. It's a cloud-based application, SaaS model, software as a service. So since it's a online base, it never allows us to connect all the data sources given in the Tableau Desktop. It got its own limitations. It allows us to connect only. These are the few interview questions. They'll ask you, using Tableau Digital, what are the data sources that I can connect? And the terminology is also very important. We will be having a separate class for the terminology. We call them native data sources. Say here you got all the data sources. You need to first install the drivers of the data sources. Then only you can connect to these data sources. And say you don't have here Cassandra, MongoDB, few databases that not available here. Those called ODBC, other database connectors. Using this ODBC, you can connect data sources that not available here. And through Tableau Digital, we can connect Oracle, MySQL, MS SQL, and PostgreSQL. That's it. These four we can connect. Obviously we can connect Excel. And fourth product that we have is Tableau Public. This is absolutely public, free. And we have two extensions. Say once you're done creating dashboards and so finding insights and everything, you need to save the file, right? You can save file in two extensions. We have around 8 extensions in Tableau. One is TWB, .twb, one extension .twbx, Tableau Workbook extension. So through these extension files, you can share your output with customers. Or another way, by publishing these extension files in the server, you can share output with customers. But in Tableau Public, you can't save the files. You can save the files in Tableau Public. You have to click here, save to Tableau Public, where you can create username and password, one account, where you will be having 1 GB space. Up to 1 GB space you can store your files out there. But these files are public. Anyone can view your files. So coming to the fifth product. This is Tableau Reader. You know PDF, right? If you have a PDF reader in your system, you can open and read the PDF. The same similar way, Tableau Reader. If you want to open TWB or TWBX, you have to install Tableau Reader first in your local system. These two products are free, and these two are major commercial products in the Tableau. This is SaaS model. These are the various products. Sometimes when you get the calls from the white people, they will ask this kind of detailed information because they want to sell the Tableau using you, because they may hire you as a senior consultant. I know that most of the people keep 7 years, 8 years experience. So they think you're senior consultant, so you must know all this information, the prices and cost and everything. So coming to just 5 days back, we got a latest product from the Tableau. Is called Visible. It's released on iOS only. Right now it is on iOS. So All these products are drag and drop products, but this is touchable. You can touch the things, you can discover wonderful insights by touching the things on the visible. You can see more information about the visible in my blog. So I explained here in my blog regarding differences between visible and mobile applications. So you can know more about the difference between visible and Tableau mobile. And here Tableau software is never available on any smartphones. They are against about showing the dashboards on the smartphones, but they are available on mobile in sense tabs. So you can open all the dashboards that is written on the tabs of Android or iOS, but it's visible as of now available on iOS only. Got it. And so this software available 32-bit and 64-bit. Hope you know the meaning of 32-bit and 64-bit. Anyways, I will explain about it. Since this is a business intelligence tool, it deals with a lot of data and numbers most of the times. Say example, so it can have its own calculations and manipulations, right? 32-bit number. So this Tableau can do maximum 232 2 to the power 32. So this is the maximum number it can calculate. It can't go beyond this number. It never gives us the calculation beyond this number. And 64-bit, so this is the number max. So it depends upon your requirement. You can download either 62-bit or 32-bit. And coming to this available on Windows OS and Mac. That's it. It's not available on Linux or any other softwares OSs. And coming to the roles, we have two types of roles in the Tableau. One is developer role, Tableau developer. Another one is admin. The role of developer is you have to have answer on the Tableau desktop, and your role is you need to connect to the various data sources and extract it and analyze it and produce nice dashboards and publish it onto the server by giving some kind of schedules. That is your responsibility. And admin. So Tableau admin, he deals with server. He has to manage entire content. He has to create the developers. He has to look after the schedules of data connections that publish on Tableau server. So if required, he has to do some kind of modifications, and he has to produce the analytics of user activities in this server. Got it. So these are the responsibilities. And coming to the topics that we will discuss in Tableau desktop and server. Tableau desktop. Guys, first we will see terminology of Tableau, because most of the times you will get failed in interviews because you are not able to understand what they are talking, the terminology. So that's very important. If they ask something else in the Tableau, you must know about it. Then you can talk something, regarding the terminology of that feature. And second thing is metadata. Metadata is a something, so it helps you to assign default aggregate functions. It helps you to create the hierarchies. We can call cubes or MDX, multi-dimension expressions. So it helps you to create the folder structure, and it makes you identify the data easily, and it makes you analyze the data easily and makes you data ready to visualize. So we will see the metadata. And the third thing is, then we will see how to apply aggregate functions using aggregate functions. The fourth thing that we will see here is calculated fields. It's the most important thing here, calculated fields. And the fifth one is parameters. Sixth topic that we will learn, sets. Seventh, groups. And the eighth one, trend lines, forecasting, format options, and other important terms on the similar line. And the ninth one is actions at worksheet level and dashboard level. And 10th is creating dashboards and story. 11th is publishing and authentications. I'm just briefing the concepts. If we elaborate, we will find more than 50 points. So these are the things. And the 11th one is we have around 24 predefined charts. We will discuss about all the charts in the Tableau. Apart from that, so this no one discussed. The topics now I'm going to be knowing you. We call them advanced charts. So the charts which are not available in 24 predefined charts, we call advanced. Let's say example Benford's law. So Benford's law, the formula is log d plus 1 minus log d. So d is nothing but leftmost digit of the values in the given data set. There are so many companies who are looking at the people who knows this law because it helps you to find the frauds. It's a fraud detection law. Say most of the banking or financial institutions, they are looking at this. Say example, you made here DE Shand, you made here Ernst & Young, you made here Deloitte and PricewaterhouseCoopers. All these companies are looking at the people who knows these laws because they want to find the frauds that happen in the financial transactions as well as in procurement management and purchase departments, credit cards, etc., etc. So I will teach this law, and then we will see the box plots and bump charts, and we'll see the histograms, and we'll see the control charts. We have around 12 advanced charts. Out of 12, I will explain you guys around 7. We will discuss about 7 charts: waterfall charts and cloudworks. We have donuts. So these are the advanced charts that I will teach additionally from these topics. And coming to the Tableau server. First thing is end-to-end installation. So that's really very toughest job because it's not that easy, installing Tableau server. There are a lot of configuration settings are required. So in India itself, for installing Tableau server, we used to charge around $2,500. The installation takes sometimes 1 day to configure everything, and if you have a hands-on, it takes 3 hours, the max. And after installation, we will see content management. We call it CMS. Content means dashboards that publish on your server, users, and the content is there, and creating groups, sites, projects, managing schedules, and etc. It comes under the content management. And coming to the user creation. So you need to create the users. And the fourth topic is schedules, subscriptions, and tasks. So these are the various topics we will discuss in Tableau server. So this is brief that what we are going to be discussing in Tableau. And guys, I would like to show you how easy creating stuff in Tableau right now. So we got a couple of nice dashboards that we created for our clients. And I'll show you one real-time stuff. I have a startup company also that is called SmartMonk. So I got a client, SGH, so the German hospitals. It's like Apollo in India, in Middle East. It's a Middle East company. Here we got created. See here, End of the day, so it's online, so whatever the dashboard you created, you need to get the output like this. This is pure real time. So here we got, these are called self-explanatory dashboards. So we wrote everything, the meaning of these dashboards, the views that appear here. So since it's online, it's taking time. You can see here the data, and let us see the patient flow forecasting. So here we use various forecasting options here. Bill amount forecast using ESM, exponential smoothing method. So all the predictions here. So this kind of real time stuff we are going to be discussing using Tableau. And coming to here, by the end, you will see creating dashboards look like this. A beautiful dashboards. So I'm coming to the, sorry. So I just want to show you how to create simple and medium and complex views here. Say I'm just taking category onto the row shelf, sales onto the column shelves. I just want to turn on the labels. You can see the amount of revenue you got across the various categories. Let's take it off. Sales here. Take this data source. You can get more stuff. Take the category onto the row shelf and sales onto the column shelf. You can see the amount of revenue received in terms of dollars here. And if you want to find where you're losing money, it's just revenue, not the profit. Take the profit onto the color. You can see that the tables where you're losing money. And coming to the advanced that we can create, I'm taking here the category onto the color, sales onto the size, and select the bubbles, circles. These are the various sales that you receive. Bigger bubbles represent the bigger sales, the smaller bubble represent the smaller sales. And I would like to find, this is at summary level, I would like to find that row level, so you'll get this kind of stuff. And I would like to draw a trend lines for my profit and sales across the various products that I have. So let's take the profit onto the row shelf and sales onto the column shelf, and take the item on detail, component, department onto the color, and region onto the shape, and right click here and enable the trend lines. So you can draw trend lines like this. The simple, it's very complex. Creating this kind of trend lines, trust me, it takes 1 or 2 days in any other tools. Since I have a hands and I can draw in a minute all these tools, it's that easy. Creating various charts, and we can play around with different concepts here in the Tableau. So this is brief about the topics that we will discuss in Tableau. You can ask the questions. I'll share my demonstration video, so you can find the demonstration video in my blog itself, but still I'll share with you guys. Share your email ID. So this is my email ID. You can send me the test email so that I can share the material or some videos that I downloaded already. So now guys, you can ask your queries and questions, what kind of concepts you want to learn, how you want me to get you trained.
Hi, so what type of methodology do you follow normally teaching a candidate?
I'll start from the basics, and slowly I will, step by step, I'll reach to the more advanced versions of BA. Here, basically, see, what I can see, learning tool is very easy. We have, in 1 hour I can explain what are the maximum features that we have in the Tableau. But here, the important thing is understanding the BI. So I will stress more on the BI concepts. Say we discuss about bend for slab, box plot, bump charts, waterfall. So many of people doesn't know that at what scenario, what kind of chart we have to implement, we have to take to show the data. So we will discuss more about these kind of scenarios, and in entire Tableau we will cover more than 40 to 50 between real-time scenarios, and we will see how to get them solved using Tableau.
So, first of all, what are the prerequisites for Tableau? For example, for connecting databases, first thing we need to write queries, right? We
Yeah.
need to have some knowledge of SQL. So, if you can guide the candidates with what are the prerequisites, they will start their own preparation about preparing themselves.
Yeah, guys, I would suggest first, so since I used to give the support to a number of people, now I stopped giving support. Uh, I found a drawback in the students who wants to learn and get the job. After they get the job, getting job is very easy in US, but how you sustain in the job is very important here. Most of the guys, after they got job, they got fired because of they don't know subject. They don't know how to talk. They don't know how to write emails even sometimes, because it's a pure technical. Sometimes you don't have prior experience, right? So you can't do that. So I'll let you know those kind of stuff. And second thing is, I will start from the basics. Say example, you don't know what we call metadata, what we call data mods, what we call cubes, what we call MDX, what is EDW, enterprise data warehouse system. So when you keep 7 to 8 years experience, and you had to deal sometimes, senior people. He may be fake, or sometimes he may got the genuine experience. So those reasons, those kind of scenarios where you can easily, they'll come to know that you're faking. So here I'll give you a few suggestions, prerequisites. Sometimes, in few times, it will happen. Most of the times they will give you TD file, Tableau data extraction. Your warehouse people will extract the certain information and they will share with you the TD file. Sometimes they will create the data mart and they will provide the credentials, and they will tell you have to go to connect the Oracle, and once you connect the data mart, you will find name is XYZ, extract the data from the data mart. So if you want to extract the data from the data mart, you have to write the SQL queries. So I would suggest you guys first go through with the SQLs minimum. Say example, we have TCL commands and DML commands, data manipulation, data definition, DDL commands. So just go through the commands, and you will get in interview the questions on stored procedures. So they will ask you, do you know writing stored procedures and views in SQL queries? And you need to know more about ETL. Anyways, I will give a brief introduction in depth about ETL tools, how it works and everything. So if you keep even in your resume, you can talk more regarding ETL tools. So
I think
yeah.
SQL is one of the main component in the whole BI. So why don't you, is it possible, can you start with doing some SQL information, like uh, teaching SQL? Is it
No,
possible?
no, it's not the major. See, it's not a major thing in the Tableau. SQL is not at all a major thing. If you type in a Google, you will get the SQLs as all giants and everything. You can copy code and you can write it on. It's very easy. You need to identify the way how to get it done. The very toughest thing here is, say if you get a request from client asking about top 10 products, or I want some KPIs to find in my data. So how can you write that? It's completely alien subject to you. That's the reason I focus more on the BA concepts and tool features. SQL is something I'll share with you guys one link wherein you can practice each and every code. If you get any doubt in regarding with respect to SQL comments, you can ask me, obviously. Okay, I can help you. But most of the times, trust me, out of 10 scenarios, you may need to write SQL query in 2 scenarios. In 8 scenarios, they will send you TD file, because your job is just generating some insights out of the data. Got it? So it's important, it's prerequisites.
Can you show me some TD file? What does this TD file has?
TD file means, so I'm extracting data right now, say Excel sheet. I got orders here. Click and it will ask me to save the file. This is TD file. It means it's a Tableau file which contains the entire information that you need to analyze. So you need not to do any extractions now. So just double click on this icon. It will open in the Tableau. You will be having all the content. You need not to write any SQL queries and all this stuff. And most of the times.
Okay, so data is readily provided in the file.
Yes. And most of the times they never allow you to connect the data sources because it's more secure.